Alright, I'm Justin Tomlin. I'm from Statesville, North Carolina. My name on YouTube is JTomlinWX, stands for weather, but JTomlinWX sounds cooler. Today's date is November 2nd, 2010. Statesville, North Carolina is located above Charlotte, North Carolina. I promise I won't talk this faster in the whole video. I just want to get to the video. Alright, this time around I will be talking about the possible snow for this weekend for North Carolina. I think that I'll talk about this storm next week that was showing up in the modeling and now it's not, but I'll talk about that a little bit more as we go through the video. I think that this will be, it's a clipper system, and we don't normally get much from clipper systems, so I'm not too excited, yay snow, about this one. I mean, any snow's cool because I love snow, but I'm just not too excited, especially accumulation-wise. Nah, this is just a novelty thing. It might get enough to coat some of the lights on parts of North Carolina. Statesville, North Carolina, probably not being one of those places, but who knows. I'll put out another video tomorrow talking about, or updating you, and I'm taking the wonderful SAT Saturday. So, oh, I didn't mean to do that, my bad. Slideshow, view show, okay. Alright, dang it, no. Alright, and so I won't be able to update you until the storm is about to hit. The storm is about to hit. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump into this video. Alright, here is NOAA. They print out, they show you a map, and I wasn't going to take the time to put this together. The video takes long enough, but I wanted to show you what they have printing out precip wise as we go into the system. There's 7 a.m. Saturday snow starting to spread into the North Carolina mountains, and they're going to have pretty much snow on and off for the next week, I guess, or so. There's by 1 p.m. Saturday, there's some rain. There's some rain on us. Yeah, just rain though. And by 4 p.m. the rain might be picking up in intensity a little bit. 7 p.m. same story. You see, starting to see heavier snow spread into the mountains. Raleigh experiencing some rain and snow mix. And don't take this like, oh, this is what's going to happen, because there's time for it to change. And some of this, like, I find it hard to believe that Raleigh's going to get rain and snow while we're getting rain. Just some of this doesn't make sense to me. I can kind of understand where they're getting that from, but not really. But anyways, here's 10 p.m. It's switched over to all snow from rain, and in between there, of course, transition. I'm sure it'll mix at some time after sunset on Saturday. Timing issues, it might start earlier Saturday, it might start later Saturday night. It just depends. 10 p.m. there's some snow, 1 a.m. snow, 4 a.m. snow, 7 a.m. gone. So it's a relatively fast-moving system that's not going to bring us much, but hey, it's nice to talk about, and it's snow. I mean, so. Alright, that's pretty much all I've got to show you here. I should have done that. Let me leave this map up. Well, oh well, too late. Alright, here is, I'm going to show you the NAM and what it's printing out. Actually, I can show you that over here. I won't show you the system on NAM. I'll come back to this. Here's one. I just wanted to throw this in because I thought this was interesting. If you take a look back at my video focusing on next week's East Coast possible snow event, I mentioned, or I brought up this forecast. I'm pretty sure it was in that one, and I said, you know, I've just started using this site for weather forecasting and just looking at some of the possibilities that they print out. And I just wanted to show you this to say that I don't know if there's anybody behind this thing. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody behind it, but it looks like they just take whatever the models print out. But my gosh, if you take, I don't know what they did on December 13th, because, alright, you got light icy mix Sunday, early. Okay, I got that. That's cool. Sprinkles late Saturday. Okay, they got that. Pretty good. High level clouds tomorrow, or today. That was today. Never mind. Yeah, they had that right. Cool. I hope they'd have it right if it's already happened. Sunday, you know, some of that, and I'll discuss that a little later. This right here, this rain could be questionable. 6.81 inches of rain. Who's ready for a flood? One day? Yeah, right. That's not going to happen. Hey, anything's possible, but and then it's 100% chance of precipitation. Notice that. Uh, okay, but I just wanted to show you that to say that I don't know how reliable this site is. But anyways, let's move on. Back to the Clipper system moving through this weekend. This is the SREF, and it's not printing out much snow. This is the snowfall in inches, and it's less than 1/10 of an inch for us. I think the closer you get, like this model's printing out, the closer you get to the North Carolina-Virginia border and back into the mountains, you're going to see, I mean, you could see 1 to 2 inches of snow, and maybe even like places like Winston or Raleigh, or Raleigh, personally, I think they'll have about a coat, but just a coating or two. I mean, maybe an inch, but shouldn't be more than that. So there's just not that much moisture. But for us, like I said, I don't, other than maybe a really light dusting, I think it's just going to be flurries. That's my personal opinion, because I know Clipper systems coming over the mountains. I mean, they can blow up in the Atlantic and throw back snow, but that normally doesn't happen. And normally, you know, and sometimes the computer model does underestimate, and they do just all of a sudden explode and send more snow across the mountains than we anticipate. But I don't put much faith in these systems to bring us snow. But flurries to light dusting in Statesville. Here's the SREF, you know, less than 1/10. There's up in West Virginia 2 inches or so. I don't believe, hold on, is that right? Or is this water? Maybe this is water. Paper, nah, that wouldn't be it. Never mind. Here's the 6Z GFS. It's got no snow accumulation for us up along the North Carolina Virginia border back into Raleigh. They've got some snow, and along the mountains, even as far out to the Outer Banks, some snow. Now, I will say, if this system bombs and just blows up out in the Atlantic, then eastern North Carolina could get quite a bit of snow. It's not likely that it does that, but there's always that possibility that it does. I don't think it will, but there's always that possibility. But in that case, then eastern North Carolina, yeah, it'd be an unexpected snowstorm, literally. But anyways, here is the NAM. It's the heaviest with the precip. Northern Iredell getting 1 to 2 inches. Us down here in Statesville getting about an inch. Yeah, that's the NAM, and then it's got some heavier amounts up towards the Tennessee, North Carolina, Virginia meeting point. That's the NAM, and then that's pretty much it for this system. I can show you the European and what it prints out. Hold on, this is the 0Z run. Alright, Saturday into Sunday doesn't have much to show you. Let's see. Actually, no, not at all. It doesn't, does it? Not much. But, anyways, here's my thoughts for that system, just to recap. Raleigh, North Carolina, Virginia border, Winston, Greensboro, Wilkesboro, all the way down to, say, Banner Elk or something. I think I could see y'all getting 1 to 2 inches, and the mountains are already getting snow from the northwest flow. Yeah, but this Clipper could bring 1 to 2 inches. There's always that chance that it just blows up and we get a lot more snow than we were expecting. I highly doubt it, because there's a high blocking off the Gulf, and you can't get moisture from the Gulf, and you'd have to get it from the Atlantic, and it'd have to make it there, and then it probably wouldn't throw it back to us. But that would only affect eastern North Carolina, like I said. Well, I mean, it would affect us some, but not much. But that's my thoughts for them. 1 to 2 inches maybe, possibly, and then for us, just a novelty flurries to a light dusting. Charlotte, sorry, don't look like y'all were going to get much from this one. But here is a storm that I wanted to show y'all off to, or actually, let me show you the storm on the East Coast that I was talking about this coming week. Here's the thing. We had a low. Here, if you watch my other video, we had a low coming out of the Gulf and just coming straight up by the coast of North Carolina, cutting the Outer Banks. That was like the perfect setup for a eastern storm, okay, eastern U.S. storm. It ain't gonna happen. And who's responsible for that, or what's responsible for that? This storm right here. You see this low pressure? It is so huge, and that it's going to change the wind direction, and you can see that here, from a northwest to southeast flow. That's not what you want at all. That could bring the clipper in, but it's not going to bring snow out of the Gulf, and a storm out of the Gulf to bring the snow. You need winds to be from the southwest to the northeast to do that, and we might have that coming up later on down the road. I'll show you that in a second. But here's the 12Z run. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. Alright. Same thing. Nothing. There's still that big area of low pressure. Alright. Yeah. Nothing much to show you on that one either. But let's take you back to the 0Z. Here is all the way out to the end of the cycle. On this anyways. Here's out to Sunday the 12th of December, which is actually the West Idaho High School performing in the Statesville Christmas Parade. Don't worry, I don't think it's going to snow on it. But it shows a nice little low being developed out of the Gulf. And there's not, that low has since weakened up around the northeast. And you got this system down here, the low pressure system developing, and you got the winds to bring it in. Okay, so I wish this model would go out farther, and I don't know that I don't think there is. I think this is the end, but there might be another site that has 11th day on it, or whatever that would be. Yeah, the 11th day. But let's show you the 12Z out at the same time. You got the low still showing up right here. You see that low? It's moved out of the Gulf and it's starting to trek up. This one, this model shows it just to be a little bit close. Maybe some cold rain ahead, and then maybe if it tracks off to the east, like I might hope it will, and then goes off the Atlantic, feeds into that moisture, gives us a pretty good snowstorm. This is the European. There's the model before that. Doesn't really show the low developing yet, but there's the European. Okay, so there's those models, and this is on the 12th through the 14th roughly. Let me show you the GFS same time, 0Z run, or it might be on the 6th. No, that's on the 6Z. Never mind, 6Z. And sometimes my computer doesn't like to pull up this stuff, so it might not work. Let me see. How many minutes am I? 12. Okay, cool. Alright, what did I tell you? It's broke. Alright, let's try it again. Alright, nope. Go. Websites to IP address. Okay. Maybe that's part of my problem. Anyways, model analysis. Please work. Please work. Don't look like it's wanting to work. Can't. Let me see. It might show you on this one. Let me see if I can get it to go. GFS. That's ensembles. I don't want to show you ensembles. Oh well. Okay, here it is. Okay, good. GFS 6Z run all the way out to 288 hours. Bam! You got a snowstorm. Alright, this low pressure is throwing back, let's see, anywhere, Charlotte, I mean, if that's taken verbatim, I mean, that's blue, that's 7 to 10 inches, I doubt it. 5 to 7 for Statesville. East Iredell, maybe 7 to 10. Something nice to look at. Probably won't happen. Something to track. Something to keep my interest until we get to January. Take these storms. I mean, don't discard these storms. I mean, because they could happen. The further out storms in the modeling. Because I think December will be our month. You can take a look at my winter forecast for more details. But I think this will be the month, you know, for the most snow and ice, weather. Maybe it'll be the coldest month by far. But I don't know, but I'll set out another video tomorrow probably. So have a nice night.